I just want to spend a couple minutes of your time reviewing a few things that I have learned over the years about human beings. I'm not your mother or father. I'll never see you again. And so you can decide whether anything I have to say is worthwhile, is worth keeping or not. If you don't like it, throw it away. If you like it, then do something about it. That's the nice thing about truth. When you find a truth, it doesn't matter whether you believe it or not, it's still a truth. Let me tell you a couple of quick things. First of all, everybody I know talks to themselves. What you say to yourself becomes vitally important, because what you say to yourself is what you become. Right now, you're on the threshold and you're saying a whole lot of things to yourself about yourself. And have you noticed, if you just look around, what you think about the experiences that you've had so far, have you noticed that in the world, what really matters in your world, in your reality, is not so much what you think, but it's what you think other people think. Isn't that interesting? It's not what you think and it's not what they think. It's what they think you think and you think they think that seems to make a difference. Right now, you got to make some choices about what you think about what you think. I know that's kind of complicated, but stay with me for a second. You see, all of life is made up of choices based on how you talk to yourself and on the habits that you decide to create. You've come out of middle schools, junior highs, other schools, and you have some habit patterns going. Many of us in the room don't do our homework. For whatever reason, we don't do it. Some of us don't think it's cool. Some of us think we're stupid, and we talk to ourselves saying we're stupid and we can't do it for whatever reason. Well, many of us just aren't doing it. Wrong idea now that you're going into high school. Wrong idea, because everything now counts. It used to be all of that was practice for the real world. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, you got a transcript that follows you around. I know you must have heard about it. Somebody is keeping track of everything you do and everything you don't do. Every club you join, every club you don't join, every grade you make, every grade you don't make. They're writing it down, and they're going to make decisions about you and about what you're going to be able to do based on what you've done already. So right now, you're standing on the threshold of choices. It might be a good idea for you to have a meeting with you and decide what you want it to be like 4 years from now. What you want it to be like, because you see, you're no longer that child anymore. You are moving into the threshold of young adult, and you're moving into this new society. And by the way, a Greek several thousand years ago said, only the educated are free. You see, a lot of people go to school because they think they have to. The law says they have to. The number one reason given in high school for going to school is because I have to. Team, if you're there with your thumb in your mouth saying people are making you get an education, you need to rethink that just for a few minutes. I'll never see you again. It won't have any major impact on my life, but just think about what I'm saying. You see, somebody's going to make decisions based on what you have done when you finish this 4 years of school. They're going to limit your opportunities and options by what choices you make in the next 3 or 4 years. Many of us have never been involved in co-curricular activities. We're too shy, we're too bashful, we're worried that somebody will make fun of us. Hey team, you're not alone in that. All of us. By the time you're 16 years of age, you've heard 140,000 negatives, less than 10,000 positives from people who love you. You've heard, who do you think you are? How many times do I have to tell you? All of that kind of stuff just plays in your head, because it's not what you think, it's not what they think, it's what they think you think and you think they think, and all of a sudden you're walking around like this, I am not worthy, I am not worthy. And when you get that I am not worthy going really good for you, then all of a sudden you start to behave as though you're not worthy. Because we are, after all, creatures of habit. And those habits that you're bringing with you, that really overly cool attitude, or whatever those things that you brought into this room with you, as long as they get in the way of your academic achievement, as long as they get in the way of your social involvement and interaction with other people, then they are not good for you. Right now, you're starting a whole new thing that's going to end, surprisingly enough, with a commencement, at least for most of you. We have a dropout rate nationwide of 23%. 23% of the people watching this right here will be dropping out. And if you do that, make sure you do it on purpose and you understand what you do when you do it. When you decide to not finish this thing called high school, you decide to limit your lifetime potential income by almost $900,000. Don't believe me? Go on the web. Do a little research. Find out what people who have no college education in this country make, and then find out what people who have just a high school education make. Find out what people who have no high school education make, and do the math yourself. It's not big numbers. It's not complicated. You can figure it out. And here's what you'll learn. That this diploma, this experience called high school, this experience called getting an education, the foundation of an education, this creates all the difference in the world for what opportunities await you. So right now, you got some choices to make. You've had a lot of people talking to you. You've had a lot of, you're going to have more people talking. You're going to have peer pressure. Oh yeah, I'd like to tell you it goes away, it doesn't go away. Congratulations, you got it now, you're going to always have it. The most difficult thing you're ever going to do is be you. That's the most difficult thing you can do. Stand up and be counted. Stand up and say, I count, therefore I need this education. I need to do the best I can with what I have where I am. Ladies and gentlemen, this is America. And in America, we believe in social mobility, and it goes up and it goes down. We believe in education. In the old days, back when I graduated from high school, you could survive in the world with just a high school diploma. Today, in the 2000s, it's pretty interesting. You got to have at least 14 years of education. Don't believe me? Do some research. Check it out. See if it's true. The biggest industry in this country today is a thing called adult education. People going back to school in all of the boardrooms and all of the ballrooms of the major hotels in our major cities. Humans trying to get more education. Education isn't over. Some of you think that the teachers that you're going to meet, that the teacher's supposed to rip your head open, pour stuff in, put your head back, and send you on your way. It just does not work that way. There's no teacher in the world, no matter how good she is or how good he is, can give you an education. You got to step up, and it's time. Now is the time for you to decide for yourself, by yourself, get that education. Enjoy. Get involved in the co-curricular activities. Go out for something. Go to the plays. Go to the productions. Go listen to the chorus sing. Be a part of this thing. If you're waiting for people to come and ask you, chances are they're not going to come. Not because they don't like you, not because they don't want you to come, but because we're just not geared to coming and asking you. You got to step up. It's now your deal. Good luck with it. I hope to see you in 4 years walking across that stage with that funny looking hat and that little tassel saying to the world, yes, I did it. You can do it. See you there.